The organ in France has seen two main eras, the French Classic era and the French Romantic era, French Symphonic, much like an orchestra. The first, the French Classic, has to do not only with composers of music and the actual dates, but it also has to do with the actual layout of the organ. The organ we're so used to today is the one that Bach would have played in Germany, with full pedal boards, full sounds, full keyboards. And the thing that's so unique to the organ is its use of pedals and of feet. And we think of the music of Bach, of much organ music that we know of today, and the feet play a very important role of moving along. But the French classic organ wasn't necessarily that case. The pedals was not necessarily used for the low bass sounds that we think of, but it was more used for the cantus firmus line, the melody or the tune. The pedals themselves were actually shorter. There were fewer pedals, and so they were much more difficult to play, which is why it was much easier for them to play one slower note at a time versus quicker movements. The actual registers, the sounds, the stops of the organ were similar but also different. The French classic uses much more of instruments we would think of in chamber music, so individual sounds, clarinets and trumpets and oboes, and English horns and crumb horns and all the antique reeds that we think of in chamber music or early music. And so that was the same for the organ. And as we'll hear later, the symphonic organ kind of combines all of these together like a huge orchestra. And so the two pieces we'll play today are by François Couperin, who actually lived at around the same time as Bach. And again, like I said previously, we hear of the music of Bach and the feet are just going and going and going, but at the same time in France, the organ had not quite made it there yet. So in these two pieces I'll play today, the organ, the pedals actually don't play a role at all. It's just the manuals. There are two Kyries from Latin from the church, and one uses the clarinet stop of the organ. It's supposed to be a crumb horn, and then the next one uses a solo trumpet of the organ.